everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome to Yoga with Dana Marie. Today I'm going to bring you a little trick with down dog and moving, like stepping forward. So many times I see my students struggle with that. When we're in a vinyasa and they step forward and they're feeling stuck, their flexibility isn't there. Or depending on your body type or injury. So we all deal with things, right? So I want to give you a couple different things to play with for that transition. So again, it'll just be a short little video like I did the other day for half moon. This one again is transitioning with down dog and lunging and different things like that. So first of all, when you're in down dog, one of the things that I want you to think about is not so much the shape. So many times we get caught up in how it should look instead of how it should feel. So yoga is about going inside yourself and feeling out the sensations and finding your breath and finding space. We don't want to bring suffering into our practice. So a lot of times we lock ourselves into down dog and we're stuck in pain or discomfort or tightness, and we're not really getting the benefit of the pose that we need. So I'm going to show you little things to think about. What I'm going to start with is, because I always like to show my students because sometimes it's hard for them, sometimes we think we're nailing it, and just these little tweaks will make it feel better, okay? So I'm going to show you first from kind of a beginner down dog, how you can transform that down dog to feel a little bit better, and then we'll work the transition, okay? So a lot of times if you're in a vinyasa class, we go from a forward bend, right? Grab a hair tie really quick. All right, so I'm just gonna go back and step back into my down dog, okay? So I'm gonna soften my knees and I'm just gonna step back. So a lot of times we get this vision of going the legs straight first, and if we're not ready, our down dog looks more rounded, okay? So what I want you to think about, if that's where your down dog is, or if you can look up and you're right there looking at your hands, I want you to bend your knees and then think of drawing into the lower belly and send your sit bones up and back so that you can get some length. And then I want you to just kind of feel out the neck and shoulders, spreading those hands, rooting down through the fingers. The legs straight can come later, so you can play in your down dog here, okay? So as we transition, a lot of times when you're instructed to step your foot forward from down dog, a lot of times heads down, and we go to step forward and we land about right here, okay? And then we get a little frustrated. So what I want you to think about, so here's a couple things. So from your down dog, if you look where you're going, you're gonna create some more space for you to step forward into, okay? So you can do that. You can also lower the opposite knee, and then you're gonna step the foot forward. And then you can, go for a low lunge or high lunge, okay? I'll step back here. Nice deep breaths. You can kind of play in that spine. Again, we don't want to feel stuck. We want to feel nice and long. So another way is if you moved, so I'm going to move my left hand to the center, and then you've got this room on the outside to swing your leg around. So that's another way also to go about it, okay? So a couple different ways that hopefully will free up your practice. So again, I'll show them again. So from down dog, I'm gonna take my eyes forward and step. So that could be one way. Again, eyes shift forward. You can lower the knee and step the foot forward, or from down dog, again, I'm going to look up. I'm going to move my right hand over so I've got room to step around, so my hands are now on the inside of that leg, okay? So hopefully that will help you in your transitions as you flow so that you don't feel stuck, right? We want to keep our practice, especially when we're in a flow or those transitional moments in between poses. We don't want it to feel frustrating, and we don't want it to feel like we're stuck, and we don't want to lose our breath either. We want to keep our breath flowing as we move in and out of those transitions. So hopefully that was helpful. I'll bring you more tips, just little short videos that you can, focus on one pose at a time, working with a little bit of play, and hopefully it'll bring you a little bit more joy and a better sense of peace in your practice. All right, so until tomorrow, I will see you later. Namaste.